What's up everyone, Captain Jax here, and welcome to my crew. Today we are going to look at Shadow of Mordor. First, let's talk about the visuals. The game is stunning. It really makes Lord of the Rings come to life, and it lets you feel like you are part of it. The style of the game is very realistic and very dark, with lots of blood. The lighting in Shadow of Mordor is breathtaking, it looks great, it feels realistic, and the textures in the game are very high detail and don't feel out of place. The overall look and feel is perfect for a game like this, and I love the way it's handled with Raid Vision. The fire and special effects are really good. Now I only showed you one of the two possible maps in the game so far, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but the second map is very beautiful. It's not like the first one where it's very dark, World War II-esque, really grungy. The second map has a lot of vegetation, it's really beautiful. Even there's an ocean there, it's really nice. The interface in the game seems a little amateur. There's just boxes that come in, just hard text. It's not really designed very well. That's one thing I really think that they messed up on and could have done a lot better with. And the top right of your screen can become very clustered when you have a lot of missions and things like that. My favorite part of the game is the Nemesis system. I have yet to encounter a boss that is exactly the same as another one, and the designs for them feel great. They have a lot of variants in how they are, what kind of armor they're wearing. Some of them will have heads attached to their head. They'll have, skulls, all sorts of stuff. It's really awesome. For the visuals, I'm going to give this game 22 out of 25 because the UI could have been a little better. On to the gameplay of the game. This game has a mix between Assassin's Creed and Batman. It takes the best of both worlds from both of those games and mixes them very nicely. Movement feels really good and the camera is perfect, unlike how horrible it is in Assassin's Creed when they force the camera into some weird position and then you're forced to jump back and forth in this, and it messes up the controls. I really don't like that. This game doesn't do that kind of thing. You're in full control of the camera, other than a few cutscenes and things like that, but they handle that very nicely. The controls in the game are very easy to use, and you'll never feel like you're not in control. The Nemesis system again is really great. Each captain is unique. Most of the captains are very believable. There were a few that I didn't like when I encountered the poet or the scribe. Those captains feel a little bit out of place. I mean, I kind of doubt that there are orcs that read and learn poetry, but alright. Each captain has a very different combat style, and based on the captain's abilities, it can be very challenging. It is very useful to gain intel on each captain before you encounter them. Learning that a captain hates categories or hates the flies, using that to attack them is going to make them the fight much easier because they'll start being afraid. You may be to even immediately grab them or control them, and that will really help you out. Once you figure out the controls and get used to some of the abilities, the game is not hard. The game is open world, has 2 maps so far. I feel the game is not long enough and feels like it's half of the content it should have had. For gameplay, I'm giving this game 20 out of 25. Again, it needs more content. The story in this game is great. I don't want to give too much away, but why you are a wraith and how you are bound and who he really is, that's an awesome story. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings at all, you need this game. The main story quests are fun and totally hit it in the universe. The side quests are just training. You'll see these white side quests, you'll get them, and they're kind of more training, learning to use your abilities, practicing, than it is about like some kind of extra content. It doesn't really have any extra content. The main storylines, the yellow quests that you'll have, that's where the content comes in. They also have side quests for the captains, and those are very fun, but they become very repetitive. You'll have a few different types of encounters. You'll have executions, you'll have them having some kind of feast, and you'll have to go in and destroy their feast and kill the captain. And there's a bunch of other ones, but after a while you're going to be doing those over and over and over again, and you'll get kind of bored of it. Once you get the ability to start mind controlling them, then you're gonna want some of them alive so you can use them to help you kill a war chief or to help you do things. I'm gonna give this game 25 out of 25 for the story since it fits so well in the universe. For the fun rating, There were a few times at first when I started that certain captains really pissed me off, specifically when they had poison abilities or they regenerated health. That was really annoying. I had trouble with the berserkers and shield mobs also until I got a leap over ability that stuns them. And the game mechanics are not very original. Like I said, it's a mix between Assassin's Creed and Batman. So the fighting system is a lot like Batman, the movement system is a lot like Assassin's Creed. You'll see me climb up walls and things like that, and it's exactly like how Assassin's Creed was. I would say the game is better than Assassin's Creed, but not as good as Batman, and the game is shorter than I wanted. The Metascore for this game is 85, but the users gave it an 8.3. My score for this game is 87. It's a fun game, but after you beat it, you'll get tired of it, and you'll have to wait until they release more DLC for you to want to go back into it. Is it worth a buy? I would say yes if you're a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Again, you need to play it if you are. But I would probably wait for the DLC to get bundled with the game before I buy it. That's all for this game. Become a crew member today by subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it. And I would love to hear what you think about this game and what games you want me to review.